Now let's take a look at how you're going to access and complete your assignments. So when you open up this module and you look at these items, if you click on any one of these, you'll be taken to a mostly blank page with a single link that will take you to MindTap. So let's click on the exam. That's the more important one for now. And we want to load Module 1 Computer Concepts Exam in a new window. Click this. It'll open up in a new tab. Give it a moment to load. I'm actually going to zoom out so you can see it. If this is your first time logging in to this course, you're going to get welcome messages. Let's just ignore these. If you have not yet logged into Cengage, oh, here's another one to close. If you've not yet logged into Cengage, then you will be asked to make sure you use your gym email as your email address. If you use anything else, it will not link you up properly to MindTap, and you will not get the points for the work you do. So make sure you are using your stu.jsu.edu email address. So if we come over here, we can see that we have retakes allowed for our exams. You could check your system requirements, make sure your machine is up to snuff. It really should be. If it's not, then that's a serious problem. I've never had someone come to me with that issue before. So when you're ready, we click Next, and I'm not going to show you the exam. You've seen a multiple choice exam at this point. There's a bunch of multiple choice questions. However, they are open book, open notes, open another tab in your browser, and look. You may use whatever resources you deem fit in order to take this exam. I recommend you do the reading first. However, you are grown. You know how you learn best. So use the tools you have to your best advantage. So let's drop out of this exam, and we're going to go back and load a SAM project. Because these are the more in-depth as far as how you're going to access them, how you're going to work with them. So again, we have our materials, but we want to click on SAM Project A. Want to click to open this in a new tab, and we're going to get the same sort of process. With each of your SAM projects, you get 5 attempts. Each attempt is going to give you a detailed summary as to where your points might have gone wrong, where your work might have gone wrong. So let's click Start and have a look at what we've got here. So there are 3 compartments to this window that we need to focus on. Number 1, download files. Get the things that you need in order to do your work. You have 2 to 3 items to concern yourself with. The first is your instruction file. That is going to be instructions SC WD19 1A.docx or something along those lines. This is going to tell you exactly what you need to do. Next is your start file. You will not create anything from scratch. You will be given a partially completed document, and you will be given instructions to finish it. You must make absolutely certain that your file name looks like this, but replace my name with yours. So if your name is Jack Mitchell, it should be SC_WD19 _1A Jack Mitchell _1.docx. So you're going to take that and you're going to follow the instructions using that file. In some cases, you will also have a support file. This is going to be some extra thing that you will be told to insert into your project at some point. Now, you can, if you so choose, just download each of these individually. However, there's this nice handy download all button. So let's use this. Save it anywhere you like. I recommend having a folder for all of your projects. Just make sure you know where it is. So it'll give you each of these one at a time. So here we have them. Now let's look over here. This is where you save your work to SAM. You can either drag and drop your completed file into this box, or you can click and just select it from your file browser. I don't need to go over how to do that. You should know how to do that by now. And here is what your finished file should look like in terms of its name. All the same stuff, but change the 1 to a 2. This is how Sam knows it is your completed file. If it is off by the tiniest little detail, if there is a space between the underscore and the 2, if you added an underscore 2 after the underscore 1, if something should be capitalized and is not, if something is not capitalized and should, it will reject this file. You will not receive a grade. It will not count as an attempt. You will have to fix the error. The same thing goes if you do not see your name in the footer of your document. So let's have a look at the files we have, starting with our start file. So you want to take this file and copy it and change the 1 in the copy's name to a 2. The way that we do this is we go to File, Save As, click Browse, and we have this window here. Select the 1. I just place my cursor before it, hold Shift, press right arrow, and it highlights it in blue, lets you know it's selected. Change that 1 to a 2, press Enter, and now you do your work. The first thing to check is for this here at the bottom. This file created specifically for your name. If your name is not here, if this header is not here, you cannot just add it and have it work. This is a tag to let Sam know that the metadata that is needed for the system, for some anti-cheat measures, is in place. If you add just this footer and it's not there, you will not have that metadata, and again, your file will be rejected. If you do not see it, just download it again. Some important things to note: if you are downloading the file on a Windows machine, make sure you complete it on a Windows machine. Same thing for Mac. Download it on a Mac, finish it on a Mac. The reason being is there is a slight difference with Mac files. Because Office is ever so slightly different between the two operating systems, and a few steps here and there had to be modified for Mac. So Cengage will specifically look for Mac files if you download them using a Mac, and Mac will be in the title. So just make sure you are using the same operating system to download and complete your work, and you should not have any issues. Now let's take a look at the instruction file. So here we have our instructions. The first thing it's going to tell you is to open your start file and change the 1 to a 2 in a new copy of it. If you do not see the docx file extension, don't add it. That's there. It's not going to be an issue if you don't see it. That just means your computer isn't set up to see it. To complete the SAM project, first you're going to need this. You also, again, check the footer. And then we have our instructions. Usually the top of step 1 is going to be scene setting to make this feel a little bit more real world. So you're going to have multiple parts to most of these steps. 2 important things to know. Number 1, read everything. Don't just read bold text. You might have learned in high school that the best thing to do to work efficiently is to read the bold text. Sometimes that helps. Here, it will hurt you greatly. It'll make the difference between an A and an F in some cases. In other cases, it might make the difference between 100 and a 0. So make sure to read absolutely everything carefully. Secondly, do everything in order. If you do not know how to do a step, figure out how. Do some reading. Go through the SAM training. Ask me. I am always here, happy to assist. If you run into a problem, if you don't understand something, please don't hesitate to ask. I will happily assist you. But you need to do these steps in order. The reason being is that in many cases, one step will feed into another. So if you skip over a step and do the one after that, and that one is dependent on the one before it, then you're not going to get points for the one that you did because of that dependency. In one particular Excel project, this will make the difference between getting a 100 and getting a 0 because it's going to look for a particular sheet tab. And if that sheet tab does not exist at the exact name that Sam expects, then you're not getting any points on that entire project. It's awful. I hate it. I wish we didn't use Sam, but unfortunately, this is what we are stuck with. So make sure you do everything in order. There appear to be a lot of steps, but really you can fly through this pretty quickly as long as you are paying attention. Some of these do get pretty long. There is one project later, if memory serves, that's like 24 steps, and most of them have 5 to 7 parts. But again, it doesn't take that long. So let's head back to MindTap and look at that third compartment. So once you have downloaded and completed your work and saved it to SAM, you come here to submit for grade. When you do, you will have the option of downloading a graded summary report. Do that. It'll tell you your exact grade, and it will tell you what steps were incorrect, where you lost points. The red text is your friend. I tell this to everyone every semester when they come to me wondering what they did wrong. I will help you as much as I can. I will help clear up misunderstandings, make sure that you know what's what. However, the red text will tell you more than I ever could. I am here to resolve misunderstandings when it comes to the graded summary reports. Furthermore, if it tells you you did it wrong, you did it wrong. I've never had Sam misflag something. It is not a glitch in the system. Don't resubmit thinking, oh, it'll get it right this time and give me a higher grade. Do not do that. I have had students who have burned all 5 attempts thinking that they would just get lucky and Sam would recognize that they did it right when they did it wrong. If it says you're wrong and need to fix it. That is why we have 5 attempts. Don't panic and burn them. You have all the advantages you could ever hope for in this course. You have tons of time to do your assignments. You have multiple attempts. You have full access to whatever resources you deem fit, and you can bug me as much as you want. So just relax. Don't worry. This class is ultimately pretty easy for the vast majority of people. Some struggle just because technology is not for everyone, and I totally understand. But don't fret, don't panic. You'll get through this class as long as you just follow instructions carefully and don't hesitate to speak up when you've got an issue. I know this is an online class, but I'm still here. I'm still available. You are paying for this course not just to have access to me, but also to have access to, or let me rephrase that. You are not just paying for this class to have access to the course material. You also have access to me. I won't answer you on the weekends, like I said in the previous video, but when I'm available, take advantage of that. So that's going to do us for the getting started, the introductions, and all that goodness. I will record more videos to complete the playlist on our modules. And I may also do some other recordings to add some bonus material, some ungraded things, just to give you a bit more of a broad knowledge base, some information that you're definitely going to use after college, maybe while you're still in college. So be on the lookout for those, and good luck in this course.